Brews and Banner Podcast. Brews and Banner Podcast. What up? Welcome to Brews and Banner Podcast. I'm your host, Rob G. And with me, as always, is the legendary Brew Crew. What up, fellas?
I got water, I got, juice or whatever. He's like, y'all need twin legs? Matter of fact, I do.
My question to everybody is, does Delaware have an actual culture? This is the podcast that we talk about beer, but we also talk about a lot of things that's happening in the world, politics, movies, anything really that comes to our mind while we're here sampling these brews. Grab a drink and pull up a chair.
What up? Welcome to Bruising Banter Podcast, where the topic be the rocket and the brew. Will that be the fuel? And I'm your host, Rob G. And with me, as always, the legendary Brew Crew. What up, fellas?
What's going on?
What is
Rob
going on, everyone?
Welch.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Hello. Or who is not here today.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Shout out to 302 Yoda, wherever you are, whatever issues you're going through. I hope you get through them.
I was going to say he's out there celebrating his birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday. Yes, sir. Happy birthday, 40-year-old man.
40.
Yeah.
Welcome to the club.
40 club. Exactly.
One of my boys had his 40-something birthday yesterday, and I said, How old are you? He said, look, I'm 40 till I'm 50. I said, who are you saying now? I'm 40 till I'm 50.
I didn't know that was the new one.
Oh, okay. All right, that's how we doing it. I'm like, adopt that. I'm 40.
You know that man is not 41 or 42.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's in the middle of that. Yeah, he's all. Yeah.
The old boy.
Let's see that if you do that with that'll be shocking to people. They'll be like, "Oh, you were just 40. Now you're 50."
Right. Yeah. Right. Especially black people. That black don't crack. They're like, dang, how'd you just age 10 years in 1 year?
Yeah, I'm still at the lower end of the spectrum to say my actual age.
Yeah, I'm damn near
42 in a heartbeat.
I'm a baby into the 40s. I just made it. Not as young as Yoda though. Yoda is the baby of the group. Happy birthday, sir.
I always forget I'm 41. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm 41.
You forget?
I'll be saying I'm 42, but I actually technically am still 41.
Yeah.
So not that much what we say is scripted or off script, on script. Speaking of 40s, now that we've all now joined the club, including Yoda, should we talk about what things should change now that we're 40?
Go ahead. Or you got is this a dirty dev moment?
No, it ain't even like a dirty dev moment. Just like, how, even like just from I think at one point, Lou, like you was even asking around like for a doctor, for example, of things that we need to do health-wise when we hit 40, things that, just in our lives that change or why that's kind of a huge milestone for us in general as men, or, I think that's a highlight, that's kind of even like, what I imagine some of us will probably live past 80, but it's kind of almost even probably considered like kind of a half marker for a lot, like on average, you know what I mean, of how long people live. So I'm just thinking about that out loud right now.
Yeah, that's a good.
So medically,
I have found a doctor. I have found a doctor.
You did find a doctor? I need to find a doctor.
I did. It's a younger person, not a person of color, unfortunately, but
okay.
She's a younger lady, and I like her. So far so good. I've been to 2 appointments.
Okay.
And yeah, clean bill of health so far.
Clean bill of health.
So,
yeah, my wife keep trying to not pressure me, but go to her doctor that's way out in Pike Creek somewhere that she found that she likes. He's a young doctor who seems to be just up on times and that kind of thing. So
I think that's the most important thing, like in your 40s, to have a doctor that is around your age or younger than you, that's with the times and up on it, and that you can grow with into your AARP status, senior citizen status, if you will.
Yeah.
But yeah, 40s, isn't this around the time where we gotta start getting our prostate checked on a regular basis?
Which I haven't done, which I I need to. That's kind of where I was going, just kind of medically, things you gotta be a little bit more aware about and checking up on. And what was I gonna say? To that point about lost my train of thought. It'll come back to me.
But I know, speaking of being 40, just to get on your until you get your train of thought back, like I noticed myself like watching more what I eat, not making that trip to Wendy's to get the junior bacon as much as I used to. You know what I mean? Like making that more of a treat.
Right.
This summer, going to the grocery store and just like staying in the fruit aisle and trying to, you know what I mean? Like if farmers markets,
making your meals versus quickly saying, "Let me grab this" or whatever. Things that you can cook yourself.
Like Hello Fresh is dope. Like those food delivery
service.
Yeah, like food delivery services. They give you all, and then you get the recipe card, so you can do it again without having to buy the stuff over and over again. And you can, with different services like that, you don't. It's not like you sign up for 6 months. Like you sign up for a month, week to week, month to month, however you want it. And you can cancel anytime. You know, most of the stuff that you can pick different what you want, different menus and things that you need and want to try. So HelloFresh and all those other delivery services are pretty good.
Yeah, we had one, but it was like because we had one earlier, but our kids were younger and pickier, so the meals really didn't appeal to them. So it was like, I mean, that was dope. I mean, now that they're older, like my daughter, she'll try about anything. And, my son is still kind of chicken fingers and everything.
Yeah, that's my son's the same way, and my daughter's like you. Like I'll try. You eating it, Dad? I'm eating it. Yeah, my son is like, what is that?
Right.
But I mean, some things he will eat, but a lot of times it's chicken. It might be a different way they did chicken, but it's still chicken.
That's still chicken.
Before we get too far, I need to know, what are we drinking today, fellas?
I'll start.
Okay, Dev.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead, Dev. You got it.
I went back to last week's beer choice, Manitou Brewing out of Colorado, out of Manitou, Colorado. This is
that was from your from Vince, right?
From Vince, yeah. He
okay.
A nice little package. So this week it's their High Ground IPA, and this is coming in at 6.9%.
What's your threshold, Dev?
6 and up.
Okay, go ahead. Talk about the beer. My bad.
So no, you good. But I like, so far I've had the stout last week, and I've had their a Higher Ground IPA this week. Both are just really top shelf, I would say. Craft brews, traditional to what a stout should be, traditional to what this IPA should be. The pour, as you can see, very, very golden in color. Not a lot of head on the pour. Taste is hoppy, and with a slight bit of citrus in there. But overall, it's a very, very delicious IPA. So it definitely gets a raise your glass for pass me another. Cheers.
Today I double fisted. Shout out to Undeniable Vixen. She told me about Dew Claw that's in Baltimore, Maryland. They're unicorn farts. I've been looking for this beer. I can't find it. If anybody is listening from Dew Claw, if you want to send us some unicorn farts, I would appreciate it. I bought 2 6-packs of your beer because I just want to taste Dew Claw. I finally found some Dew Claw in at a store. So I have a Funk, which is a blueberry citrus wheat at 5%. It smells very citrusy and blueberry. But when you taste it, the wheat kind of mellows those fruity flavors out. So it is really good. Right up my speed. And then here is a lager. It's called Regular Beer. A beer that tastes like beer. And yeah, when if anybody thought about what a beer tastes like Bud, Michelob, like all those regular beers that have all the commercials, this is the type of lager that it is. This is what it looks like. It's just a lager. Nothing
Nice.
special about it. It's at 4.9%. Duclaw's out of Baltimore, Maryland. Yeah, shout out to Duclaw and their two beers. Unicorn Farts. Where you at? Holler at me.
Hey.
But yeah, both of these are Pass Me Another. Rob G, what are you
Yes,
drinking
sir.
on today?
I actually have a rough draft from Union Crab Brewing. It's their,
We stay in Baltimore.
Research and Development division. It is a citrus spice sour ale.
Oh,
That sounds real good.
It's 4.5% ABV. It is brewed with tangerine and white pepper, and it does have some spicy notes to it on the nose and on the tongue. So the mouthfeel. It's I mean, obviously it's a sour ale, but it's a tasty beer. It's one of their signature drinks. I mean, signature rough draft, I guess. But it's light in color in my Prison Banter glass. And I have two beers today. I've also have a from Aslan Beer Co. It's called Much Ado. It's a Hell's Lager.
Ooh, look at that can.
This is out of Virginia, Alexandria and Herndon. Herndon? Yeah, Herndon, Virginia.
Is that with an H?
Yeah.
Herndon?
Yeah.
Herndon?
Herndon, DA.
Yeah, Herndon, DA.
Yeah, so this one, I haven't cracked this one. I haven't cracked the Aslan open, but the Union Crash out to Kev and his whole crew. But yeah, it's a tasty sour ale, definitely peppery. You definitely can have the citrus and the tangerine, so you smell all that. When I crack open the can, you can smell some of the peppery tones in it. So it's definitely passing another.
Yeah.
So shout out
Faux
to their
show.
rough draft and their citrus spice sour ale.
I like that name. That's a good name.
What, the rough draft or?
Yeah, rough draft.
Yeah. I think so. Well, I think he had mentioned it either when we did Toward Dev or he did it on the when he
did the brew drop.
Oh no, I think when we were on Fresh Press, I think he said
okay.
Oh yeah, he did, because he said they kept their old spot, and that's where they did a lot of the experiments,
a lot of the research and stuff.
Like
Right. Okay.
Right.
But I think when we went down there for the birthday
For his
party, I think they had one of the smoky beers on rough draft.
Okay.
So yeah, so I think they really be doing it maybe one day when this COVID lets up.
Yeah, we gotta go back down there and chew it up with Kev the brewer.
Yeah, because it's definitely a nice tap room.
Yeah, they doing
a lot of space. I'm sure now. I think now they might be at like 30% capacity at this point, but
it's still pretty big though for that to be 30%.
Well, yeah,
the capacity they can fit a nice little bit of people in there.
Yeah, so you could. I mean, they could definitely do some social distancing in that space. Got to make sure you. It's the airflow that's the key thing. It's airflow, how that air is flowing through.
Yeah, because you got to take your mask off to drink.
Right.
Yes, indeed.
You know what I mean?
Eat and drink.
All right.
What we had? We had their pizza. Their food was good too.
Yeah. From the well-crafted kitchen or something like that.
Yeah.
All right. It is another week. This is episode 77.
77.
Banter podcast. We're here again. A lot of things going on. A lot of things. Obviously, the folks who murdered Breonna Taylor are still out there hanging out. So folks need some justice for Breonna.
Can I tell you a theory I have about that?
What's that?
I don't think that they're going to get arrested. I know it sounds terrible. I know it's the wrong thing to say if you're pro Black Lives Matter, like we all are. But they were doing their job at the time of the and like that. I sound crazy even saying that, but they're not the people that need to be arrested. They're not the people that need to lose their job. The people that need to lose their job are their higher ups, the people that got the wrong address. Like they were acting on the address correct. They had the correct address in their systems. And it was a no-knock warrant, which was legal at the time. And if someone fires on you with a no-knock warrant, you're going in thinking that they're aggressive.
Yeah,
that's why you're not knocking. That's why you have a no-knock warrant, because you're expecting them to be aggressive. So if they fire on you, your objective is to fire on them, and whatever happens to them, it happens.
Right.
They were wrong. They were wrong because they went to the wrong house, but they had the right house as far as their computers and their assignment was. So the people that enacted that house and said, this is the house you guys go to, those are the people that need to lose their job. Those are and those people are so high up that they're not going to lose their job. But it's not the people that killed Breonna Taylor that needs to lose their job. Right. They were literally doing their job, and they didn't do anything wrong in their protocol. It's the people that gave the address.
Well, I think one gentleman did get fired. I think one officer did get fired, which is no knock warrant is crazy anyway. Because if you bust into my house and I shoot back, I don't know who you are.
Right. Right. But don't you? If it's a no knock warrant, how you have to cross your T's and dot your I's. You can't just run up in. You gotta know that this is the right address. Like the guy was already in custody.
What kind of situation?
He never lived at that address.
Right. I'm just saying, what type of situation or involves a no-knock warrant? Like based on like what level of crime or what level of issue do you actually need to deal with?
It's supposed to be like the aggression of the perpetrator, like his aggressive his past aggressive nature, or the aggression of the crime that the perpetrator committed. Mm-hmm. But you have to get the address correct.
But you would think it'd be like solid tips, like, oh, they got a lot of weapons up in here, son.
Yeah,
like
right.
And actually been identified, like
that this is the crib. Yeah, like you got the address, and then within half an hour you was in the crib shooting up the place. Like y'all ain't surveil that particular address for a couple hours at least to realize Breonna Taylor lives here. This is the wrong
days or whatever. Like we've seen them come in and out. There's activity.
You can skip trace the address and find out. Oh, right now Breonna Taylor lives there. That's not that's the person that we looking for. Don't know Breonna Taylor. This ain't the right house. Like y'all got the wrong. Like somebody gotta do a double check. Like remember discount double check. Aaron Rodgers and all that shit. Somebody got to do a discount double check.
Right.
God damn.
Like they have those kind of protocols in place for example, FDA requires those kinds of things for medicines and for doctors to have multiple people sign off on things before you give a prescription or before you even like give someone something like a medically in the medical field, just of saying, okay, this dosage is for this age or this weight or whatever. So you have those kinds of things. We're talking about the same thing, a life that could the aftermath could be that they could perish. So there should be those similar checks and balances.
And don't get me wrong, fire and arrest them all. Mm-hmm. But the way that the law is written, I don't think that those guys will ever be prosecuted for the crime of murdering her.
They probably won't. I mean, because you have the immunity joint to begin with, so I mean it's all blanketed under there as well. Mm-hmm. But I mean we got to do better. Police department has to do better. I think
we have to demand better.
Well, absolutely, and a lot of that goes to making sure that you vote. You have. I mean, people. People always say your vote don't count, but then why people bother try to suppress your vote? Obviously, it means something, so you need to get out there. And if everybody voted, you can't say it don't matter if it's like 100 million people that were eligible to vote don't vote. So you say it don't matter then. Yeah. So I need everybody to do their thing. I think speaking of voting, the Roots Picnic was yesterday in conjunction with Michelle Obama's voting initiative. So that was pretty cool, and they were they were encouraging everybody to register to vote. Made it kind of easy. You can just text the word "Roots" to the text number, get the link to vote, to register if you have not registered. Is crazy.
Let me say something. When you register to vote, they have an option. You can be you have to register as a party affiliation, Democrat, Republican, or Independent. Through experience, I've registered as an independent, but if the independent isn't on the ballot, you can't vote in the primary.
Right.
So in that respect, that's a little bit of voter suppression that's not known, because I'm an independent, because I don't really want to have an affiliation, but I still have to be registered to vote. So you have to vote, you have to register with a party. But if you register with the independent party and that independent is not on the ballot for the primary, then you're not able to vote during the primary. You're only able to vote because you're only able to vote in the primary for your party.
Well, that's
if that makes sense.
That's on the state. Some people.
Well, it's the state that we're in.
Right. Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm able to vote for like senators. I'm able to vote for major elections, but any primaries I can't unless there's an independent on the ballot. So just keep that in mind when you are registering to vote. Well,
they might say, "Well, you're an independent, so you have no call on who we vote in our party."
Right. That's what they say. That's what they're saying. Yeah. Because the time that I found out what was going on, I knew there was a primary. And I went to go to the primary to vote, and they were like, "You're registered independent. You can't vote. There's nobody on the ballot. You would influence our primary." So, that's when I first found out. I've since changed my registration.
Yeah, I've always registered, Democrat. However, to your point, Lou, like I would expect, my vision of what independent should look like is I don't identify with either party, but right. Hey, if X party or Democrat party has more views that I'm interested in or that I would support, then at time of election or at time of voting, then I'll support this party.
But that's me and your ignorance though, Devin, right. Because we're thinking independent means you're an independent voter. An independent is a party. It's a party affiliation. And that party affiliation is negligible in this country,
right?
Because there's not a three-party system. But I was watching, speaking of and going on voting, I was watching Hassan Minhaj, Patriot Act, and he was talking about we shouldn't have a winner-take-all voting anyway. It should be what is it? I forget what it's called, but it's like your first choice, second choice, third choice, and that way. I was like, that makes sense because sometimes you might want to. If you're a person that when you wouldn't mind this person,
right.
But you definitely want that person,
right? But the guy that's not on my ballot, do not want him,
right?
So I was like, that actually makes sense, and it seems more democratic because then they were saying like Trump didn't win with a majority in the Republican primary because majority of the Republicans didn't vote for him; they voted for Kasich or what's my man's name from
Judd
from California? Or Bush. I mean, not
the Puerto Rican Hispanic guy.
Yeah, Rubio. I said California, but I meant Florida. Rubio and
Cruz.
And most of the people and Cruz. Yeah,
right.
Most people voted for them. Majority voted for them, but he had the most by himself, so he had winner take all.
They screwed that up.
That show, it was.
Did they?
It's always crazy though how they talk about how they were talking about each other, and everybody, every party is guilty of where they was like, this cat is trash, and then when they win, what? I vote for this guy. This guy's
right.
I endorse.
Right.
Jesus.
So it's like you got the country going like crazy. Like what? And which is probably where you get some of that that like you have the Bernie folks like nah, never this, never that, because everybody takes so much time tearing down the folks. But I think it's Maine or somewhere like that, they have winner take all, and they had two people, it was a man and a woman, in a commercial, and they were both running for the same position, but it was like, if you pick me and then vote him second, or you vote me and vote her second, it's all mess. So it was like a more
it's basically like we're voting for the president and the vice president. We're both going to run this thing.
Right. Or they both are saying we're both good choices. So if I'm your first choice, vote me first, and then vote her second, and then vote him first and second. So therefore, if that third person, so if it was like 1, 2, and 3, like most of 1 and 2 got a lot of percentage, but that third person got more. But if you combine those two persons, your first and second choice, that person would win. So if your person didn't make the ballot, what your second choice is, then your first points would go up to their thing, and it would make it more majority rules type of thing instead of just winner take all. I was like, what? That makes sense. A lot of things make sense that don't happen in the in the world. But what else is going on? NBA is back.
You said NBA is back.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. The last report I heard is back, but as the teams are coming into camp, it's like 16 out of 302 were last reported. Like 5% have COVID, like a 5% clip. Well, I think the national average is 3. The national average is 3.
What'd you say? 16 out of 300. That's not too bad. Just
it don't sound bad until you put the percentage on it and compare it to the national average. But yeah, it's 6. Oh, do it your way. Make it sound good. Yeah, because I did the percentage. They said 16 out of 302. I was like, oh, let me find out what that percentage is. Yeah, you're right about that.
Right. Well, you never do percentage unless they work in your favor.
So what do you think? Like, I think that the team and the players will stay clean and healthy, but the workers going in and out and them not getting the incentive to stay in the actual bubble with the players, I think that may affect any and everything.
Are they leaving? I don't think nobody
there now. Are they? Last time I heard, they said they were able to leave. They weren't paying anybody extra to stay for 3 months.
Interesting. Because how do you control their interaction? Because I know
exactly.
I know if the players go out, they have to sit for 14 days, self-quarantine themselves for 14 days. So
if a player leaves the facility that he's not allowed to go into, he can't play for 14 days, whether he has it or not.
Correct.
What happens? 14 days. Like let's say everything is fine. What happens if we're in like the Western Conference Finals and LeBron catches COVID? Do you think that we'll know, that they'll tell us and he won't play? They'll tell us and he will play, or that he just will play and they'll tell us when it's over?
I don't think he will play. Because the other
I think players like LeBron, James Harden, like the better players, I think them having it and not playing affects the whole. But I guess it's just like if they had a sprained ankle and couldn't play. But it's for 2 weeks. It's for the whole series.
Well, they shut down the league for Rudy. Rudy shut the whole season down.
Well, I mean, surely thereafter the world shut down. So
right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
I'm sure if no players ever tested, if they were still,
they probably would have still played.
Right.
You think the world took a cue from the NBA? It was like, you know what? If the NBA is going to shut down,
it's that huge. Yep.
Yeah.
I think.
Wow, I never even thought about it like that.
Because they were like, oh, okay, I guess it must be serious. So people started taking it even more.
Yeah, because it was like that Tuesday. I think it was like the March 10th or the 11th that they shut it down.
Yeah.
And then my last day was the 16th.
Yeah.
I was like, let me give Lewis 5 more days to catch this shit. And then we'll close it down.
Yeah.
I think if people play, I think it depends on if it happens right now, they're telling everybody. But I think as they get into the actual playoffs of it all, I don't think they're gonna tell as many people. I think baseball, being as though they're gonna have a short season, I think that they'll start telling people. But in the playoffs, they're not gonna tell anybody. Because the playoffs matter, and if major players aren't there, that literally affects who wins and loses these games, and then people gonna say it's an asterisk against it. Like,
yeah, but I think most people, most of the players are gonna have in the bubble. I think the stars are gonna be in a super bubble. Like, they ain't going nowhere. They already put the top ranked team. They already put the top ranked teams in a different hotel. Like, y'all over here. Mm-hmm. Don't go over there. Don't go
they did. They did.
You know it.
Yeah.
They put the Washington Wizards over there. Like, y'all stay over here, and LeBron, y'all be over here by yourself.
Based on the ranking, I think it's like Grand Floridian, and I think the worst teams go to the Yacht Club or something like that. So they are totally different.
Oh yeah, I heard JJ Redick talking about the Pelicans going to the Yacht Club, and they not in the playoffs as we speak. So
right.
I also heard that your families can't come until you make it to the conference finals. So it's not until the Final Four that families can actually come there.
Makes sense.
which was
I would like to see
because of the numbers.
Yeah, I would like to see the contract that was waiting to get approved by the state of Florida, like for them to even play in down Disney Springs or whatever. I know they were waiting.
Well, that's ESPN. That's ESPN ABC. That was easy. Like you knew exactly where it was going to be because ESPN and ABC and Disney all affiliated together. Like, where can we play this, and we can maximize our money? Like, I don't gotta. Why would we go to Vegas? We don't got no money in Vegas, right? Because everybody was talking about Vegas. It's like, no, it's going to be in Orlando. Wow, it'll be in Disney World or Disneyland.
But I'm talking more specifically like the verbiage, the writing, like how our state, our governors got, phase this and phase that, and what can be done and what. Well,
Florida got the least. Florida got the least restrictions. It seems like their case is going up all the damn time.
Right. Yeah, but I think and I think Silver was just on the thing. Like, I mean, it does cause more concern to see these cases going up and up and up in Florida. So there's still some apprehension. So until the first tip off, I'll believe when I see it. I mean, at this point, it is what it is.
Right.
Yeah, if it come back now or if it come back in November, like,
right.
What you gonna do?
I mean, I know they want to finish the season, but once you start this, it messes up everything. Because if they could end October 13th, then when the new season starts?
It's supposed to start Christmas. It's supposed to start Christmas Day.
So it's like you can never. So you're always gonna have to start probably at Christmas time. Or around.
Nah, because I think they're gonna go. I think they're gonna just play a shortened season next year, and be done in June. June.
But the players always want to do a shortened season. So once they be like, my body's still pretty good. I think they should start on Christmas Day. They should start on Christmas Day anyway. Christmas Day is when football fans start watching basketball anyway. Sure.
Like you just, you know what I mean? Like we watch the playoffs in football, but come January, February, you watching basketball most of the time.
Right.
I think that's when you should. That's when and then it's what 50, 60 games.
Overlap. Yeah,
it's 50, 60 games. So you get the April, then you get 2 months of the playoffs. Perfect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now you said baseball is back. Baseball is back, so that should be interesting because they are not doing the bubble. I don't know. They just like fuck it. COVID.
Well, at least they out. Well, they out in the open too. You know what I mean? Like just the layout of a field. Other than in the batting or
it's just the catcher and the batter are the only two that are close.
Right, close, but in the dugout.
Oh yeah, umpire. Yeah.
Umpire. Yeah. But everybody else is spread out on the field.
But yeah, because even the dugout, most of the time it's not that many people in there because
everybody is.
Well, no, when
you sit in the bat, you close. They spit. Look, they spin it up. They doing a thing right there next to each other, spitting out fire.
Yeah, that's spittle.
You can't spit no more. That was
spit no more.
That's in the.
That's in the.
You gonna tell an athlete that they can't spit?
They can't spit. They can't lick the ball.
Oh yeah, they can't do none of that.
Can't do that.
So what's gonna happen? They gonna get fined, or they gonna get what's gonna happen?
You
gonna get out of
there.
That's crazy.
That's like
because that's part of their whole thing. Like they lick their hands every time every at bat. Like I mean every pitch the dude is
that's messing with their rhythm.
Yeah.
Their flow of the game.
And they told you now, so.
And then they got the chewing tobacco, the bubble gum, the sunflower seeds. They spitting that all the time.
All the time.
Well,
that dugout is filthy.
That thing gonna be nice and clean now.
Right.
And most of the time they don't even need that. A lot of times it's more.
It's just routine. It's just routine. It's habit. Yeah, it's just a habit.
And it's habit you get from Little League because when you were in Little League, you watched Big League put the gum in your mouth. You like
remember Big League Chew the bubble gum that was shredded.
Oh yeah, I love that.
That thing was so it was just pink sugar.
That shit would tell you that would not. Does that still come out today? I doubt it because he will be livid. So you encouraging tobacco use?
Right.
And then you will stick it all up in your gum too, just gum, like them.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, so
I remember buying that.
It should be interesting. I mean, but some players I think, well, in NBA I think some players have opted out. Avery Bradley has opted
Yeah, Trevor
opted
Ariza.
out. But he opted out because I don't know what. I don't even know how that came to. Like, I
He
think
said something with his child. Something's going on with his child.
His baby mother gave him that window, and she took that date for custody. So he said he'll do that instead of that, which is interesting because if that's the livelihood, why would you pick that date? Unless he wasn't planning on going anyway. Why would you pick those dates?
They say he's gonna lose like $2 million.
What now? Is this? Are we still talking Major League? Or are we talking
right?
NBA?
NBA.
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 Well, they were NBA was.
I think it's more
vague.
I think it's more that Trevor Ariza just don't want to go. Like, I think it's more he's concerned about the virus than you know what I mean? Because that, like you said, if it's a custody hearing and we try and get some child support, he losing money, so that don't make no sense on either party. Like, you want to get like I'm gonna lose this 2 months worth of money where I could have made it and we could do this in November. What's happening?
Right, you know, always get that kind of stuff postponed and
exactly.
Or why couldn't we do it now?
Right, while we off.
Right.
Well, they off because government they not having no hearings or anything.
Right, but I'm saying I think that window. I don't know. I don't know their situation, but I just
it doesn't even matter. He's out.
Right,
he's out.
I think Jokic is out as well. I think because he's
not out. He just had the COVID, but he's not out. I think he's good by now, actually.
I think he's in Serbia, so they're not letting him in.
Oh, I thought he was in the States. Why'd he go home? What you doing?
Oh,
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Nowadays, people were saying people were not letting. People
letting Americans in, right?
They like,
he trying to get in.
Fucking COVID up.
yeah. We were irresponsible as a country. That should be an embarrassment to our country that we can't go to Europe.
That shit is crazy. Everybody was like, I think I was reading an article. They were saying most people love America, despise America, but this is the first time folks are starting to pity America. Like, those poor Americans.
America is the only place where you can nationally be stupid. And it's like, oh yeah, that's what Americans do. Like, you never see the UK like, yo, look at UK people being dumb. You never see like an Asian country put out their dumbest shit.
Moments.
Yeah, this is what we do. We do dumb shit. Like that shit that people want to get their hair cut over not wearing a mask, like that shit is worldwide. All people seeing that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it ain't just Americans looking at that and laughing. It's like everybody across the world, like, yo, y'all are stupid.
Right. I mean, it sounds good until that individualism. I guess that's what it is. Sounds good until
freedom
play out in pandemic.
Freedom.
Like, it's my right to not wear a mask. What the fuck are you talking about? Just put the mask on and shut the fuck up. Like,
right. Like, come on. Doesn't even make any sense. I saw this video where a lady had gotten to the front of the line with no mask just to show the lady that she had a doctor's note saying that she didn't have to wear a mask, but she had a mask around her neck. And the lady was like, just go to the back of the line and put the mask on. Right. And she was like, no, I need to come in here right now. She's like, you just want to get into the front of the line. Like, that's all you want to do. She's like, I don't even know what that paper says.
Right. I'm not getting that close to read it. Okay.
Just put your mask on, man.
No, I do want to. I find it funny that a lot of the people who were saying it was a hoax are real silent now because they were saying it was hoax when it was like biggest like New York, California were the hotbed. They were like, that's a hoax. It's only the big cities. But now that Florida and Texas is turning up, motherfuckers is cricket. What? Right. I thought that was a hoax.
Right.
Your a man shut down bars again, so y'all going to, and now he shut down Miami Beach. That was going reverse. You got motherfuckers would have stayed in the house for 14 straight days.
Right.
In March.
Right. It's been over.
Could have started.
Like, why did we have to open up in June? What was the big deal? Like, we couldn't open up in July or August? Like, I don't understand. We already did 3 months. People
just feel free. Like they ain't on that the Rona took up too much of their life and time already, which shoot. I'm glad it shut things down, but
I don't want to take credit for it. I was listening to another podcast and they was like, it's like your New Year's resolution. Like, I'm gonna hit the gym. I'm gonna be on a diet, and then come March, you like, you know what, man? I'm I'm ready to go outside. I'm gonna eat this cheesesteak.
Right.
This hamburger
That's
look
exactly
good
what
with the
people did.
fries. I'm tired of eating salad, and that's how they are. They're like, I'm tired of staying in the house. In the time,
I had enough for you.
Corona did
Right.
not say it was time to leave the house yet.
No.
The government said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like I think it's Iceland. I know their population is not like ours, but they out there chilling. They like in malls, like hey, like Corona never existed. They was like, it looks like Corona never was there. New Zealand, and a lot of people say it has more to do with their trust in their government. Like we allow conspiracy theories, conspiracy theorists, and a whole lot of misinformation just to clog. Like sometimes I'll be like, yeah, because first you were blaming 5G for COVID. And
just all kinds.
I remember that. Yeah, that seems like a year ago.
A year ago.
I'm like, come on, just go in the house. I mean, but there are some people that said they've had COVID for longer than 14 days, but majority of people have recovered in the 14 to 20 days or whatever. So we need to, folks need to be smarter. I mean, I know individualism is a big thing about America, but it's also if you're a patriot, and patriotism is about doing things for your country.
Sacrificing yourself for your country.
Right, and that means your neighbor. You'd be like, well, I got to do what I do because I'm me. But then how you call yourself a patriot at the same time? Then that's not what a patriot is.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
I don't know.
What can you say?
I
think they don't know the definition of patriotism, Rob.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Hope there's something special, but we'll get through it. Even though I did see they started COVID vaccine testing in Africa.
Jeez, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the video of that. I said, "Oh, they already hitting them with the needles." Gee, right. No thanks.
No,
dang, I don't know what to say about that.
Yeah, but then I read that. I mean, that's what the headline said. They start initial testing in Africa, but when you read the article, they were saying that it was an Oxford study. So they started in, I guess, Oxford University, but they didn't have enough folks. At this point, too many people were recovered for the vaccine to work, and I guess they were saying South Africa volunteered. I don't know, to be.
Well, it's South. You said South Africa.
Mm-hmm.
South Africa is different.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't know about other parts of Africa, but I know in the article they said
the other parts are my concern. Those other parts that get tested, those are usually the parts that they do it without them knowing or
without authorization.
Right.
Or hoodwinking.
Yeah.
They
South Africa got enough. Whatever.
Like,
never mind. Yeah. You guys know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think one person said they wanted to be part of it, so because this is historical and they want to be part of the help. If they can help in any way, they want to be part of that.
Who said that?
But it was they didn't show the picture of the person. They just gave them a quote of what they said about wanting to help. In the COVID thing. I mean, because I think someone was saying that it's similar to SARS, but not quite, because they were saying that they were starting with that base vaccine. I think University of Pittsburgh at one point was starting with that base and working from there. But there's so many still unknowns. Like, exactly how do you catch it?
Yeah.
They said on CNN yesterday, they were just even saying like they haven't really even made a vaccine that's this good for pregnant women. You know what I mean?
I heard there's at least there was 101 and like the vaccines that were being tried, and then the CDC narrowed it down to 16 like last week. And one of these vaccines, they're like injecting them into cows and using the antibodies to figure out some testing, and it's just a lot of weird stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well,
it's gonna be a point where you have to get the vaccine in order to do stuff. Like, as much as we were talking when we had the episode 69 with Will and Ashley and Vanity, and Will was like he's going to take it, And then we talked to Kinky Suds, and she said she's going to take the vaccine. Like, I think it's going to get to a point where it's going to be like the polio vaccine, like one of the measles shot. Like, you're going to have to take it as a kid. Yeah, if you want to go back to work, if you want to be out in this space, you're going to have to take this vaccine.
Well, no, people don't take measles shots now.
Right, in those specific areas where they don't take them, they've been having outbreaks.
Yeah, well, hey, it's my right to not take the vaccine.
That's how I feel about it.
Right.
I understand what you're saying, but I feel like it's gonna be one of them childbirth. Yeah, like you just had a baby. These are the vaccines, and then we're gonna slip this one in there too.
They were talking about. I think one time they were talking about you have to have a card that says you took the vaccine. I don't know.
That's like voter registration. What's happening?
I'm getting me who I know make a fake one.
Right.
I need fake ID.
That 21-year-old kid hanging out in high school. I need to talk to him.
I'll spend $100 for that fake ID.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I don't know, because that does start sounding a lot in the days.
Like how many versions of this vaccine got to go through before I'm ready to take it?
Walk around like Will and I Am Legend. Motherfuckers zombie and out on me. Pew! Get away!
And then it just the fact that you need a card. You're like, let me see your papers, boy.
See, no thanks.
Before you come
oh my God! Let me see your papers, boy.
You go to your regular doctors. You go to your regular doctor's visit. Can I get your insurance card, your ID, and your COVID?
Your vaccinations
card.
I need your vaccinations.
I don't have that with me.
You need your vaccination. What about HIPAA? Vaccination register. HIPAA. What happened to HIPAA?
Right.
Not with this. Not with this. But now I think with HIPAA, you got. Speaking of HIPAA, you probably don't.
Pros and he was doing good. He was doing damn good.
Hey, well, he was good. Now he's frozen like a joke. I think he went out. Batty must have died on his phone. Oh, no.
I'm back. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, I guess you pushed it to the limit. You hit full throttle. Get your heavy ass foot off the gas.
The internet's tried to stifle my point. That's all that was. That was the man. That was the man.
Going for that clutch. Say it again though, Lou. You were saying you were talking HIPAA, right? And then you said
oh yeah, you shouldn't be able with HIPAA laws. You shouldn't have to disclose any of that stuff. It is against the law, like what Rob was saying with the people saying they're not giving their kids measles shots and things like that. Like the only reason we know is because of the measles outbreak, but not because their doctors are saying that they didn't get them taken or take their kids and get the shots. So Rob is right with that HIPAA stuff. And all vaccinations are under the HIPAA law, aren't they? Will, you listening? Answer that question for us. Kinky says, what y'all know about the HIPAA laws and these vaccinations?
I don't know, because this is when Karen going to show out.
Yo, how do Black Karens feel about Karen?
I should ask my aunt.
Yeah, like how y'all feel about being called? Y'all gotta take it back. Take the ownership of the Karen back.
You gotta ask her. She gonna be like, the what? You probably even gonna know what.
That you gotta find a Karen you gotta find a Black Karen that actually knows what this Karen trend that's going on, how they feel about. Like you go to they go to Starbucks and they call out Karen. All the Black people stare at her as she walking out the thing. Not Starbucks. You shouldn't go to Starbucks if you're Black. Some other coffee place.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, I just jumped in your whole show right now.
Man, you are part of the podcast. You come in whenever you want. You ain't shutting nothing up. You right in. Right. You got beer? You got a beer?
I don't have no beer.
Oh, boo. Boo, you had plenty of time. We've been recording for an hour. You had plenty of time to come in with your
Just 'cause
beer.
I was out doing some shit.
And,
So.
and what's your hat say? Make America great again? Is that what
Yeah,
it says?
yeah.
What?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Make
I'm
America
joking.
great again.
Rob
That's right.
can't read.
Which is actually a ridiculous statement.
Make Rob
Make America.
make Rob
What
read
exactly?
again.
When was it great to you?
Exactly.
Because
When
if
was
you
it
ask
great
me,
to everybody?
if you ask me when was it great, the 2016 was like the epitome. the beginning of 2016 was the epitome of the greatness.
Shout out to
It's
my
like-
boy Jay Lawrence, who remixed the phrase MAGA, make America gods again. I like that. You know,
It's
when
better.
we
It's
were-
better than the first one.
Yeah, way better than the first one. And you know, I do feel like that we are in a nation and we're in a time where, you know, spirituality is not the same as it used to be. And hey, when we keep God first, man, you know, or we believe in that higher power, man, you know, things, the alignment is just there.
Yeah, it should be MAG. If you would have started with MAG, I'd been involved. I've
Make
been riding
America
on that
great.
train.
Just
Make America great.
Make America great.
Yeah, that's true.
That would have been. That would have
But
been it.
it's
Trump,
not
baby.
divisive enough. It's not divisive enough. We gotta put again on it. Because he not talking to you, Rob. Now we know exactly who he's talking to.
Right. And he's obviously a master of slogan ripoffs.
He might as well
You know
put
what I
on fake black slaves again.
Well, I think.
Wow.
I think.
That's
what he
just so.
said.
That's just so blatant.
I think he just
Why hide
he just
it?
retweeted a guy saying white power. That was at one of his rallies. He just retweeted that today.
He retweeted it like you're a dick, yo.
So I found this, and I'm going to let you guys.
They were at
Yeah.
it was in one of the biggest senior homes in Florida, villages, I think it is. Not homes, but communities, I should say, not homes.
Yeah, so like if he's retweeting that, then that's crazy. That shit's just
Well,
And somebody said, if you know Trump, you don't give a fuck about you either. He's just trying to do what he do.
That's
He's
true.
Yo,
with
Trump
as much
probably
shit
hate
as
poor
he
white.
wants.
Trump hate poor white
oh,
people
hell yeah, he
more
do.
than he hate
Absolutely.
black people. Yo, I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Yes.
And he got them all them poor white people fooled. They straight up think he loved you. He do not love you, bro.
Right, 'cause
You
them
poor
the
and white, and you
people
listen to
vote
that
for him.
shit. He do not. I know they voting for him in droves, and he don't give a goddamn fuck about him.
Yep.
You know that because they trying to get rid of Obamacare.
That
and
goddamn
people don't even
fuck.
He's trying to get away with. He's trying to get rid of Obamacare during a pandemic. Who the fuck does that? And
Right.
he said, we want to replace it with something better.
What?
Eventually.
What? Right.
Don't
And
have nothing else
how
to
many
do.
how many white people are benefiting from that? How many
A
poor
lot.
white folks are benefiting from that Obamacare?
A lot.
Right.
And he's like, we'll replace it when you die.
Right. Well, yeah.
After you all are
pretty
dead,
much-
we'll replace
he
it.
always leaves open-ended. He leaves the open-ended stuff up just because I guess he's trying to say, if I'm reelected, it's gonna be magical. This shit's gonna be amazing when I'm reelected.
Yeah, because it's
somebody
like
say he's a mad scientist because he breaks shit up just so he can get shit done. I don't know. I still have no proof of that.
yeah, I don't know what he is. I can't call him a mad scientist. He might be mad, but I don't know if it's a scientist.
Yo, if I'm the scientist on this podcast, I take that as disrespect to call him a scientist.
But you ain't a mad scientist.
I said mad because somebody said
Yeah. But even them guys are smart. Even the mad scientists got some smartness to him.
That's true.
I'm
He's
sure
a
somebody
straight
was thinking
ignorant.
like, well, he's just trying to show you that people keep on saying that we are in a post-racial. They were saying after Obama that we were in a post-racial America. He said, "Hold my beer." No, he ain't. so you can say he like, ain't nobody holding their cars now. Everybody, you know who the fuck is racist? Oh, that motherfucker over there is racist.
Right.
He helped expose some of them people. So shout out to that.
Yeah, you're right.
Also, so we're looking at the glass half full. Like at least we know now who most of the real racists are. Them true racists though, they still being quiet.
Did y'all watch? Y'all might didn't watch it. Y'all may didn't haven't watched it, but on Friday, I think it might have been CNN. A reporter interviewed Trump and said, why during a racial protest would you think it was appropriate to tweet, when the shooting starts, and what were you looking to gain from tweeting like that? He was like, oh, it's just something that I heard over the years. And she said, do you know the history behind where that came from and who started that? And he's like, oh no, I just heard it over the years. And she went in to give him the history lesson. And I had pulled it up. In 1967, Miami Police Chief Walter Headley used the phrase, when the looting starts, the shooting starts, during hearings about crime in the Florida city, invoking angry reactions from civil rights leaders, according to news reports at the time. So you took it all the way back to the 60s, right when we was coming out of freaking slavery, and you decided, oh, you're gonna take us back to them times to say something ignorant.
Yo, the crazy thing is, like, sometimes he knows exactly what he's saying.
Oh
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, he knows he because you got some folks that have supported him because of the economy, and then you have because he'll claim that he did all the stuff with the economy, even though it was in the same trajectory to begin with. But then you also have the folks that make America great again. You know what I'm talking about.
Right.
So he uses all that. So he definitely, he's a TV producer,
Yeah, I was going to say
personality.
He's a personality. Like,
so he produces shows, so he got the outcomes he wants.
Yeah.
So because he knows how to draw those things. He ain't dumb, but he is a fool.
Yeah.
There you go. That's perfect.
Yeah, he's not. He's definitely not dumb. He's just an idiot.
Just something else too. Friday, I watched the Spike Lee on Netflix. Spike Lee re-released for free a Rodney King monologue done by what's his name? I think his name is, I might be saying it wrong, Eugene Smith. He's got a unique middle name, but he basically stood up for an hour and did a monologue on the timeline of events that happened to Rodney King, and the voices of, he went through a couple different voices of, like, the people's reaction from the black community, from the whites and everything, the outcome of the officers not being convicted that started the riots, and what was his name? Reginald Denny or Reggie Denny, or it was his name. Just like the whole thing. So if you guys haven't caught it, it was released in like 2017, but they re-released it on Netflix for free. So give that a watch. That was really, really good. It was intense, but super good to watch. And something else I caught on Apple Plus was the Green Book, which was the Blacks travel guide of how they got around. Yeah, they got how Blacks used to have to get around with the book to know, just like it was, GPS for them, what roads to not travel on, what roads they could travel, and what, all different kinds of way how we navigated through, racial towns, cities, and stuff like that.
Hey, if they want to do it like that, if they want to set it up like that right now, and I wouldn't even have a problem with it. They want to segregate the schools and all that shit. I wouldn't.
At least exactly. You know what? At least you know.
Because I'm on some shit. I don't want y'all shit no way. Let me just go ahead and buy black.
And know what? Like, to your point, because that's what they really pointed out is when segregation, it really did tear up the black community, as which we all know, because a lot of these.
You mean integration?
Integration. I'm sorry. When integration happened, it really did tear up and actually dissolve a lot of these black-owned entrepreneurs that were, had their own hotels and beds and breakfasts and stuff like that, because it was open shop up for everybody. And some of these black women that were entrepreneurs that were doing it weren't even seeing the business the way that they used to. So, hey, you're right. To your point, Yoda, if I wish it would go back to where at least you know what you're dealing with and how you spend your money. So at the end of the day, we will hurt their pockets. And that's what a lot of these, even like some of these viral posts that come out that are like, don't spend for a day. If we knew half of these people was wearing these, hoods and capes and really felt the way that they felt about Black Americans, then I would spend my money differently.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, how do y'all feel about the name changes? A lot of things are going on. Aunt Jemima coming down.
Oh yeah.
I'm waiting for White House to come down.
Uncle Ben.
Yo, Aunt Jemima's family came out.
Come down.
Aunt Jemima's family came out and said that they was against it. That they wanted to keep it going.
They didn't eat real good now.
Well, and I think it's because it's probably. If it was her actual image, it wasn't like a it wasn't one of those what is it, minstrel doll looking thing. So it's kind of
it was an actual lady. It was an actual lady who went through like 40 years of her life playing the Aunt Jemima character, and her likeness has been passed down. That's the estate. What I mean? So you're right. Yeah. Like the Aunt Jemima, his estate is going to lose some money. But at the same time, you're like, stop. Just be quiet. Yeah. Like file that petition behind the scenes. Don't say that out loud.
Don't come out on camera talking about. I mean, you look real dumb. You should have a lot of money, and you made enough off of it. So
right.
Well, I think that's some of the thing that people were saying. Like people would always say the same thing they say about the statues, even though you can name statues for people who actually, like, I don't understand the Confederate motherfuckers lost. Why you got a statue?
Losers. You're so right, yo. They're losers.
Ain't that weird?
But it's a crazy backstory about how them Confederate flags and how they changed history in the South, like the Daughters of the Confederacy and all that. Like it's real crazy.
Well,
that was treasonous, actually.
Everything about that flag and them Confederate statues is treason. Go ahead, Dev.
Now I'm hearing too that Trump wants to sign in laws that if you deface or you tear down statues, that you can get fined or you can get jailed and all like that. Well, let's sign in some laws that what's the penalty for these chokeholds that are now banned? What's going to happen? What we need to sign in the law to make sure that they are prosecuted to
They want to sign in the law that if you don't do it, we'll give you more money.
Well, I think they have
we're going to train you so hard and give you so much more money. So just don't do it, and then maybe we'll give you more. But if you do it, it's okay. We'll still give you more.
But we can go into other countries and deface statues in Iraq. And tear down, They
wanted that to be. They wanted us to do that, Devin. They wanted us to do that.
Right.
Remember that. Don't forget that.
I know.
Yeah, but it's but back to your TV shit. I don't watch anything negative nowadays. I watch all bullshit.
I mean, I still like. I caught certain things that I haven't watched, like Just Mercy. I watched that.
Oh, I'd already seen it, so I was like, but I'm watching. Floor is Lava is what I'm watching.
Nigga, 90 Day Fiance. Anything with 90 Day Fiance, I'm on it. Like maybe like before the 90 days, after the 90 days, during the 90 days, all them shows, I'm on it.
I like supermarket stakeout.
Yeah, like shit like that.
Where they be cooking in the parking lot of the supermarket. Like, I love that shit. Or buying houses on beach, buying house beach,
right?
Buying house Cape Cod. Yeah, I don't got time.
When it says Black Voices, Black Stories, I know what they talking about. They technically not talking to me. They talking about for white folks to get educated. They're not talking about me.
Right. You already sung the Negro National Anthem this morning. It was in the back of your mind already. You good. You good.
I know.
If we know the National Negro, yes. You know some version of it.
Depressing.
Right. You like only thing that it's just the name and the city changes. That's the only thing that's changed. It's the same shit.
Remember that? Remember Martin?
Yo,
I just saw Boys in the Hood. I didn't know Martin.
I'm so sorry. Yo, what y'all think about Bubba Wallace and the Noose?
Yo, so Mr. Noose. I hate to laugh at this.
That
shit.
Was intentional.
He's so crazy. That's
what you really want to know, right? How we feel about the Noose. Was it intentional? Was it for him?
Nobody else's garage had one.
They said it wasn't for him. Right. They checked every garage on the NASCAR circuit, and there are only 4 more ropes that look like that in the NASCAR circuit. So out of like 250, we only got 4, and one of them is in Talladega, Alabama.
Right.
In his garage.
Yeah.
Right. Well, they said it
crazy.
wasn't. It was there since 2019, so it wasn't a hate crime directed to him. But if he's always on the circuit,
Man, that was a delayed hate crime. They were just waiting. Like all the white people that walked in there, that garage since 2019, and was like, oh, that's just the rope. Oh, that's just the rope. Right. They were just waiting for it to be Bubba's.
That's what I'm saying. He probably was there in 2019 because in October because he's still on. He didn't have that garage. So
right. Exactly.
Somebody tied it.
Waiting for him.
The noose.
Right.
Yeah. Even if he walks.
Yo, what do you use the noose knot for if it's not to hang people?
Right.
Does anybody else use it?
If you look up all the Boy Scouts knots images,
I never learned that one.
You'll never learn it. It's like
it's not even a knot.
No.
I never.
Come on, man.
No, you can look at all like 32 of them.
And I think even as a child, when I was in Boy Scouts, if I would have learned that knot, I would have been looking like this.
Like, oh,
why are we learning this right now? Yeah, this is oppression.
They trying to subliminally put my head.
But they're saying that Bubba didn't find it. It was one of his crew members that found it. Bubba never saw it.
Well, good. But he might have spazzed out and struck somebody because I know I would have.
But nah, it's just a tactic. It's just a scare tactic, man. Like they just want to be
right.
They just want you to stop talking. Like it's Bubba's job now to talk even more.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it's our job as black people to at least tune in to watch Bubba race.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like maybe
people
not go to a game, maybe not go to a race. Yeah. Maybe not go to a race yet. Maybe not go to a race.
Right.
I ain't saying
they won yesterday in Poconos, I guess it was.
Okay, that's safe. That seems safe.
They had Black Lives Matter T-shirts on. He said he'd never been more proud because they were chanting, I guess, his name.
Yeah,
that's what's up. Yeah, maybe we can go to the Dover Speedway. Yeah. Is that's too south? That's too south, right? That's too south.
Hell yeah.
Poconos is north enough.
Dover.
You might be alright with Dover.
Yeah,
I've seen when I've driven past there on my way through on race days. I have seen a couple of flags flying. So
yeah, our cousin goes to the Dover, watch the races.
Yeah, they said that since they banned the flags, that the secondhand people that sell those flags at the NASCAR races have been selling out and selling more than ever. Of course.
Yeah, because they had a whole Confederate flag rally. But
there's talk about the national anthem being changed to potentially it being
it's racist.
Imagine. I like the
Imagine by the Beatles,
by John Lennon.
Oh yeah, that's her anthem. They're British.
Yeah, they British people.
I was about to say they're British, and what does Imagine have to do with America? Is that an American?
I think they should change Let It Go on from.
It should just be America the Beautiful.
America the Beautiful.
Let it go.
Yeah.
Let it go.
You know, why not change it to a black national anthem? Just boom.
Man, white folks ain't having that.
That shit.
I don't even want them to have it. They can't have that.
Well, because the national anthem wasn't even an official national anthem until like 1960, so it wasn't like.
It was like in the 20s. It was in the 20s, but yeah, it's not. It's only been less than 100 years, or right at the 100-year mark.
Yeah, well, so you can get rid of it. I mean, I don't even.
Man, it's racist. The whole song is racist. Update it. You can update it.
And you don't do it in school, so why would I do it at a sporting event?
Right. But that Pledge of Allegiance need to go too.
Yeah. Or at least change it.
Flag, the United States of America.
Yeah, you can't see. Yeah, just to get rid of it. The Pledge of Allegiance is out of there too. We canceling all that shit.
Yeah.
I'm sending my kids back as soon as they ask them, stand up for the flag. Up, no.
No, do not.
Do not.
Pledge allegiance to the
my dad. Look, my daughter will say it quick. My dad said, "Don't stand up."
Yeah. I remember when Josh was in high school, they got mad at him because he didn't stand up for the pledge. Well,
Crazy.
when you get the story from a kid, it always sounds like, oh shit, that was kind of crazy. Like I thought it was some racist shit at first, right? But I couldn't find out it wasn't because they. It wasn't because he wouldn't stand up for the flag. It's because the nigga was actually talking during the.
Yeah,
I'm not even gonna be quiet.
But of course, the story that I get is that
I was just sitting down. I was
just
protesting, Dad. I was protesting. I had a silent protest. Nah, you had a loud protest.
Yeah,
Right.
You didn't even know you was protesting. You probably forgot to stand up in the first place. Talking so much.
Like yo, man, like that. And then he was talking so crazy, man. So like, and it was just, I don't know, man. People, these kids is crazy.
Yeah, but change that. Back to the national anthem. Change that shit.
Change all that shit.
Yep. I mean, I like at sporting events and stuff like that. I feel like all that could just be skipped.
Yeah, we don't. Why do we have to do it at a sporting event? The only time we have to do it is at military events. And maybe y'all could do it on y'all July 4th. Y'all could do it.
Did Beyonce sing "Imagine" at Kobe's funeral?
I don't think she sung "Imagine."
Oh no, she sang. No, she sang one of her songs.
Yeah.
She sang she sang. I'm about to say. Yeah, she sang.
You said "Imagine" by why? Who? Why? Why is that song the song that they want?
Well, if you when you listen to it, just give a listen later. When you give the listen to it, it's very much kind of heal the world, kind of Michael Jackson-ish.
Right. Okay. Well, let's go with that. Let's go with that then.
Heal the world.
Heal the world. I was thinking "We Are the World," but it's not. We are. It's not "We Are America." It's "We Are the World." But "We Are the World" was a great song.
Yeah, but why not just make it about? Why not just make it about the world instead of making it?
We are the world.
Yeah.
But then you try and get into that New World Order stuff, bro. Keep your third eye open.
Yeah.
Like, so you in that New World Order shit, huh? One world, one government.
That's what that song's really about. That's what that song's really about. It's about the struggle.
Yeah.
Right, but they got so many songwriters. You can find the new national anthem. They can make it
a contest. Make it a contest.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
Rob, when you go through when we go through the editing part before, maybe you can find Imagine and give a listen and decide whether or not you want to insert it or not. I'll leave it up to you though.
Insert it where on this podcast? No.
What'd you say?
I said, what? Insert it on the podcast?
Yeah.
Nah.
Maybe.
It's not.
If
it's British, it's from the John Lennon.
That does.
But unless
that disqualifies it.
Was he an American citizen before he passed away? I don't know. If he was, then it didn't work.
But it was 1971 when it came out. I don't know if that mattered. It all depends when he became a citizen.
Right.
But the song came out in 71.
Right, but I don't know if he was a citizen or not. I mean, but I think nowadays you can find some songwriters to write a new national anthem that speaks for everybody.
It wasn't until 81 till he became a citizen. But he became a citizen.
But he became
a citizen in 81?
Yep.
Wait, so and when did he die?
Like 80 something, 82, 3.
80.
Damn.
Yeah, it was early.
80,
I mean, soon after.
80.
So he was a posthumous. He was a posthumous.
Yeah, we know what you mean.
Right. After death, he became an American citizen.
No. Didn't I say 81 or 80? Or I did say 80.
What?
81. He died. It said.
Yeah, you throwing too many numbers out, man.
What's happening?
Boy, it says U.S. citizenship. Oh, he applied. He was eligible to apply for U.S. citizenship.
He was working on becoming a U.S. citizen.
Yeah.
So he wasn't.
He applied.
Yo, I've listened to some of this song. I don't see it as an American national anthem at all. Like, no.
Well, it talks about imagining, if there wasn't, religion, all these things that we, have been, trained to kind of think. Well, think about how Christianity has, been forced on us as people, as a nation. So imagine without these parameters that were, put upon us.
In the song it says, "Imagine there's no countries." It's the national anthem of a country. It can't. No.
I think.
Great song. Great song. It's not a national anthem song.
Hip hop is the number one music genre.
Yeah, we should be rapping. We definitely should be rapping.
Oh boy, oh man, that is set a fire.
Somebody did that. I think somebody did it on I think I want to say Blackish. I think they did American anthem, a national anthem to hip hop. It was kind of dope.
Yeah,
I think it was Blackish. Probably sure.
I mean, we got that from when Usher did his when Usher sung it in, like when Whitney did hers.
Right.
Yeah, it's almost like it gave it that vibe. And so,
Marvin Gaye had a good rendition too.
Yeah, Marvin Gaye was.
See, that was still the same words. We looking for new, fresh.
Right. I know what you're saying.
Fresh.
I'm about to write, man. Fuck that. I'm about to write it.
Go ahead, man. Submit it.
It's
gonna be like blackity black website now.
Need John Legend on that. Everybody.
Why John Legend?
Everybody. I don't know. He just seems like he was writing national anthem.
You trying to sound like John Legend is funny. That your breathy version of everybody.
But look at his face though. Why? He's so serious.
He really is. It's really a thing for him.
That's man. He can't dance, but my man.
He got the boy. He got the moves. You're right. He definitely ain't got the moves, but it's cool.
Speaking of verses, Fabulous and Jadakiss, what y'all think about that?
Wait, it
happened?
It's happening. Coming tomorrow. It's coming on Monday.
Oh, Jadakiss and Fab. Oh, that's
F-A-B-O.
Yeah, that's perfect.
So does Jadakiss get to play the lock stuff, or
no?
He has to play. He will lose.
He's gonna have to because he don't have a large.
That's what I'm saying. Like he don't have enough singles to mess with Fab. He gotta play some lock stuff.
The honest to God truth though, I think Fab
he gonna crush it.
Gonna light him up. Yeah, but if he played lock stuff,
I don't even know. I think
you think so?
Like I don't even think that's gonna help him. I mean, it's gonna be a good look because they're both the same type of artists, kind of like big but not big. Like people, everybody knows, like, but they're not superstars.
Right. They have no. Which did have a stratospheric hit, one or maybe two.
Oh, Fab.
Yeah, he had at least two major hits because he had the one with the mid joint.
Yeah.
And then he had the Straight Rider with Nate Dogg. The song with Nate Dogg.
Yeah, that one. Yeah,
anytime he had somebody, Lil Mo, anytime he had somebody R&B on the hook, he was killing it.
Yeah,
Fab and Jadakiss, Fab had songs that made hits, and Jadakiss just had bars. Like it would always be like one bar in every verse, and you'd be like, "Dang, Jadakiss!" Like,
wait,
right?
We gonna make it was Jadakiss joint, right?
Right. Yeah.
That was.
Why didn't Jadakiss do Why? Or was that style?
Why wasn't that big though? Like it was.
I know. I love Why though. I thought it was great.
But he had the song with Melissa Ford in the video.
Yeah, what song was that?
Yeah,
I forget.
I can't even remember.
What's his first single? Yeah, the first single.
Yeah.
Knock yourself out.
Yeah. That last line when he rhymed Foreman Grills and Lauryn Hill, it took him so long to rhyme that.
I think he got a new project coming out though, so I think this is kind of planned.
It's promo.
Jason just did an interview on him.
So what Fab got coming out? What Fab got going on? You know?
Yo, Fab mixtapes will be Fab mixtapes be the shit. So I don't know.
Yo, you know how a lot of people got words in their songs, and they like Gwen Stefani spells bananas. And now you know how to spell bananas real good. Like Fabulous messed my whole life up, yo. Like that's not how you spell fabulous. That's how you spell fabulous. I'm a terrible speller too. I needed that help, and I did not get it from him. Screw
Nah,
you,
you
Fab.
Said, nah, bro.
This is not how you spell it. This is how I spell it.
Oh shit, that Jadakiss album, it came out in March. I ain't heard it.
Yikes.
March.
It was Corona. Corona knocked the sales down.
Yeah.
It was Jadakiss and somebody else though, right? He was with somebody? Or was it just him?
Oh no, it's just him. It was just
He had an
him.
album with somebody else too.
Ignatius is the name of it. It's got 13 tracks on it.
Ignatius.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, if I can't even pronounce the fucking
I was about to say, Devin, look up what does Ignatius mean.
First, before I do that, Ignatius is the fifth studio album by American rapper Jadakiss, released through Def Jam. Wake of Pop Smoke.
Fifth, he said fifth.
Fifth.
Yo, and it's called Ignatius.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, that sounds like an IPA
from Women's and Brew Works.
Look, let me put that thing in here.
Ignatius.
I didn't even know he had five.
That's a low ABV. It's a low ABV with lactose in it.
Ignatius is a male given name of presumed Latin or Etruscan or origin, believed to mean fiery one.
So it's somebody's name?
No, it's just a name presumed like coming from like Latin descent to mean fiery one.
Oh, not like my nigga Ignatius or not.
Yeah, like compared to the word ignite.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The last album I thought he had was Top 5 Dead or Alive, so I'm way behind on Jadakiss.
What album was that? His third?
The third or the
I
second?
think it was third album.
Was it?
I think it was third. Third because Kiss of Death was before.
Oh yeah. You're right. It was
the last Kiss of Death, and then I must have something else. I don't know.
Just name all five of them. You got them up? What's all five of them?
Oh, Kiss the Game Goodbye was the first one.
Kiss the Game Goodbye. They all have Kiss in them?
Think yourself, Tony. Yeah,
I guess,
that first album was a shit though. Man,
Ignatius, Kiss of Death, Kiss the Game Goodbye, Top 5 Dead or Alive, Last Kiss, Consignment. This is stuff though he probably featured on though some of this stuff because this is more than 5.
They can go ahead and take Styles P and put him up against fucking
this is showing every. Well, you know what? As far as like the criteria for what people are playing on these verses, he's gonna play more than just his album stuff because what I'm seeing, people's playing like even John
just
Alicia,
their verses,
they like a lot of their verses or stuff that they cameoed on, their hooks,
right.
They got on or they got put on from when the first time they did a studio album, whatever. So he's gonna play way more than just his stuff off of his album.
Yo, if they just going like if they going by just verses though, like I still think Fab would kill Jada though.
Mm-hmm.
It's a shame to say because Jada got some skills, but Fab
Fab can do songs, man. Fab can get on the radio.
Yeah.
But Jadakiss going, gangsters don't die to get fat and move to Miami. Like who comes up with shit like that? And he gonna do that. And he definitely gonna do a lot of that.
You gonna say it's my turn to come up and I'm gonna just go ahead and do it.
Yo, wasn't one of y'all that was like, I didn't know that Jadakiss had hair?
It was Rob.
I was like, oh,
that was funny.
Yo, last night Kelly was watching old videos, right? And it was like old Silk videos. And so I'm looking at them going, and the videos, every time I look, like the main dude, the short dude,
right,
had a different hairstyle. I'm like, yo, so when did he go bald? Like, how long?
Well, at one point it was just a look. The bald hair was in, so you might just cut the shit regardless. Like this is it. Everybody, ladies thought it was sexy. I want to rub your bald head.
Yeah, that top back. That's
I think
beards now.
Sophomore year, I think I went bald. So
that's because you thought you was R. Kelly. When R. Kelly cut his shit off,
I did not think I was R. Kelly.
he was definitely a member of the Robert Union back then.
Yo, yeah, he was.
He definitely was
cut his shit off.
I'm still part of Robert Union. Shout out to Meek Mills, baby.
You just changing your Robs up.
What was it, kid? It wasn't it. Was it the Ignition song that he first had the bald head shit?
Nah, he had braids in the Ignition.
Said, fuck that.
Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't Ignition.
Ignition was like 2001.
I can't
12. Yeah, 12 play was like 98. 12 play. He had the bald head.
Yeah, he started.
No, 12 play. Toilet was
Yeah, bald
96. Toilet
Yeah,
was
bald head
96
then.
though.
Well, that's
Because
why he had hair, he went bald again.
the double album came out in 98.
Yeah, because
Why are we talking? You know what? Who cares? Why are we talking about R. Kelly?
Right.
Fuck that nigga.
Back then, we didn't know about the transgressions. Back then, we didn't know about all the transgressions.
Right,
Or we didn't want to believe him. We didn't want to believe him.
Oh, we knew.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we didn't want to believe him.
Because I wish was my shit. I loved I wish.
That was the curve.
Dislike it. I loved it.
Yeah, that's because that's one of the curveball songs. Like,
Right.
Yeah,
You
that's
know
what-
what I'm saying?
yeah.
I believe I could fry. Like, oh.
Yeah. Oh, he's such a nice guy. His hand all on your little girl's booty, like
Oh,
Your little girl, make sure of that. Not your wife.
yeah.
Not your wife's.
Oh yeah, it's true, Rob. Don't look like that.
Like hide your
I
daughters.
believe I can
Hide your
fly.
daughters, not your wives. Hide your daughters,
Allegedly.
not your wives.
Allegedly.
Alleged.
Like these is the mirror. Allegedly.
Allegedly, my ass. He allegedly still locked up, ain't he?
yeah.
I don't know. Is he?
Allegedly.
Yeah,
He's trying to get out off of this COVID. That ain't happening. They said no.
He's like,
They
COVID,
said he was hiding money.
he's like, COVID gone, bro.
Right.
you still here? COVID gone. You all right?
You all right. I hear there's talk of possibly Bill up for a hearing to be released.
Yo, they might as well let. Yeah, they
Yeah,
should.
Bill 80, y'all. Let him out.
Yeah.
What are you gonna
80
do?
something. He 80 something.
No, I think he might be better off in jail though. If he come
Nah,
out,
he need to come
he
on
get with the
home.
Ronas, he out of here.
He need
So
to come on home and sit on the couch, him and his wife,
Or
you know, have the grandkids come over. I don't even know if he got that many, but I'm just saying.
Well, 'cause
He just
I
need to
think his
sit back
son
on the
died
couch
a
and
long
watch
time
kids
ago,
open
right?
up Father's Day gifts and presents and hey.
What
you say,
happened, Rob?
Yeah. I think his son died a long time ago.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
right. I remember when his son got killed, right?
Wait, that was the only
Yeah.
kid he had.
Only
I don't
son.
Only
His
son.
only son.
Okay.
That was Theo.
Okay, I see.
You
He had a
mean
real life
character,
deal.
the real life feel. Gotcha.
Yeah. Mhm.
People like, Michael Jamal, I want to die. What's going on?
We start googling it immediately.
I just saw him in the resident. Yeah, he came.
Why Ennis Cosby come to my mind?
Because that's
I
his
think
son's name.
Ennis.
Ennis
That was
Theo?
the son's name.
Ennis
That
Theo,
was the real life Theo. Yeah,
What
the
you
real
mean,
life
Theo,
Theo.
man? No, he was
No,
just
his
saying
name,
that.
his name was Theo. He was just
His name was Ennis.
Ennis.
was-
His character
Yeah.
was loosely based on Theo.
Okay.
I mean,
Right, because he was the
Theo was
only
based
because
on-
he had like I think he got like 4 kids. I think he got 4 kids and all of them
Only
girls
one
but
boy.
the one. Right.
Got you.
See,
Got you.
you fucked Dev up on it, Lou.
I'm like, Ennis.
He's like, I thought his name was Ennis. His name not Theo, is it? Like, no, man, it's not Theo.
No, but
Theo did not die.
The funny shit is that Dad put it all together. It is Theo.
It looked like he was Googling it. Like he was checking.
It is Theo Cosby. What the?
Like, was that his middle name on the show? Like, what is happening? Why does Ennis come to mind?
I love it. That was good.
And then what was Dr. J's son name who got killed?
did he die or did he drown in the lake? Is that the one that drowned?
I
That's
thought
still
he was
death.
Did he die?
That's still
Yeah,
death.
but he said kill. When I think kill,
Oh, I
I think
thought he-
murder.
Oh, okay. He's like, did he die or did he drown in the lake? I'm like, huh?
Because Ennis was the side of the highway, right? Ennis was a side of the highway
Yeah.
kind of murdered.
Yeah, I think he got hit by a car like when he was like trying to change a tire or something.
right?
Damn.
Right, and nobody.
I'm trying to
stopped him
remember
like that.
what happened with Dr. J's son. I think it was more like of a drowning or something. Thank you, right?
Yeah, like he's.
Dang, I forgot all about that.
Lake or something.
Mm.
Damn. That sucks.
If you into Illuminati, they probably think something else.
You gotta
I
look
hate
it up.
Robert so much. I
Huh?
hate you. I just realized I don't like you.
Yeah, it was an accidental drowning in Florida back in
Okay.
2000.
Yo,
Yeah.
shout out to me when I move my chair and all that bullshit in the background. Like, what the hell is that?
It looked like your office space to me.
Yeah, but it's a bunch of shit on behind my my monitors. I don't know. I'm gonna move my chair over. There we go.
All right. Well, this episode. You got something to say? You got an announcement?
Yeah, you need to make that announcement. That
I
good
gave you
promo.
the announcement, so you just added in the thing. But we do have the promo code, which Lou came up with. The promo code is BBP4.
The number 4.
Yeah, so if you go on www.craftbrew.com, you can put in that promo code and you'll save 15%.
Right. That
On
starts
anything
anywhere
on the site?
July 1st.
Yeah,
Starts
through the
July
site.
1st.
It starts
Yeah.
on July 1st. So by the time y'all hear this, it'll be in full effect and it goes through the end of the month, correct?
Goes
It goes.
September 1st.
Yeah, we go.
Go through the end of the summer. Okay, through all the way through
Yeah. We
September
want you
1st.
brewing beer
Nice.
all summer,
Yep.
baby.
Yep.
Brewing
Yeah.
beer all summer with
Yeah.
crafted beer.
With craft a
Craft
beer.
the brew.
Craft-
Craft the brew.
It's craft a brew.
Craft the brew.
Yeah, but you want to
Craft the brew, drink the beer.
Yo, they got everything though. They got kits for beer, wine, seltzer.
Shout out that website again.
It's www.craftabrew.
Craft it, bro.
And the promo code again is BBP4.
Yep.
Bruising Banter Podcast 4.
4. Yeah.
Cool. Right. And if you want merch, you're gonna go to bruisingbanter.com and get some merch.
Oh,
T-shirt.
inner
We
pie.
doing things. We doing some things, man.
Yeah, we're eventually gonna have a pre-order for the glasses. But what you got? We got T-shirts on there now. Stickers are gonna be up there soon.
We're gonna throw
And
some
whatever
hats
else
on
y'all
there.
got, if y'all got ideas, yeah.
Oh, hey,
We gonna throw them hats on there, you know.
Yep. Whatever you
Right.
got ideas for, you could put our logo on it.
There you go.
Oh,
Yo, and
sure.
if you go on to www.craftbrew.com and you get you some stuff off of there
Uh-huh.
and you brew, hit us up and let us know what you brewed. And if you can send it, we'll taste it.
Right. That's true. And if you can't send it, make a video of you tasting it and send us the video and we'll put the video on this Zoom things that we're doing.
Yeah, no problem.
Right.
Yeah, that's what we can do.
And make sure you check out IG because eventually we'll be having a giveaway for Craft the Brew.
Yep, for a 1 gallon beer kit with
Okay.
some I think it's a wheat ale.
Okay.
All
Yeah.
right.
They get your ingredients, get you started, you know.
Yeah, get your brew on.
Get your brew on.
Bruising
Everybody,
Banter Podcast and Craft the Brew.
Get your brew on.
Get your brew on.
All right. Well, this has been episode 70.
77.
70.
Isn't that George? Isn't that the George Murison episode? Isn't George Mur? Never mind. Never doesn't matter.
Yo,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
No.
even though I came on late, I did make it.
You
But
did. You know what? That's the new 40.
yeah.
Yeah. Coming late, you know what I mean? You know, that's
bought
the
a
new 40.
I bought a 40 last night. I didn't drink it
Hey, did you?
because it was just too much, but I did buy a 40.
I saw you had that good peanut butter whiskey screwball.
Oh.
Rob bless you. It ain't it so
Yo,
good. But yours
oh.
cold. I think I saw some frost on that bottle.
Yeah, because I put it in the freezer. Shout out to Barrels of Leaf. He was like, yo, I got mine in the freezer right now. I'm like,
Yeah.
throwing it in
Oh, he
there.
had some?
Yeah, he
some?
said he had some because he's doing a pairing with it next week.
Yeah, the LQ store by me, I went in there looking to see if they had it because Crescent closed at 8 and I got there like 8:05, so I went across the street. They keep theirs refrigerated. They said, we got a few on the shelf if you want it, but everybody's buying them cold.
Yo, with that cigar too,
Y'all ain't got no more? You ain't got no more? Y'all go?
Who,
Y'all out?
Nah, I was going to take, we still got more. I was going to take it to a party.
Yeah, that shit's delicious. Like outside of my beer mold, yo, that's the go-to though.
All right.
And the cigar with it, yo, that shit.
Really crisp, huh?
Yeah, I sat out on the patio, had my little.
Did Barrels and Leaf recommend it to you?
Yeah, the cigar.
Shout out to him. That's what's up. Oh, the cigar, not the whiskey though, but just the cigar.
Nah, Rob bought the
That was
whiskey.
Rob's gift. On the,
Okay.
Rob bought the whiskey.
When you come by, yeah, over.
Yo, and it was crazy. Yeah, and when Rob kept on talking about it, I was like, yo, I gotta try it. And then I was like, yo, I'm gonna hit up Bros and Leaf to see what kind of cigar will pair with this joint. I'm gonna hit my real 40, get my real 40 on. I sat out back. I went and got a cigar, sat out back. Kicked my feet up.
Shout out to Leo, Barrels and Leaf.
Yeah, man. Leo
Yes, sir.
I wonder if since we're 40, I should try to get us a Blue Chew sponsorship.
What do you say? Bluetooth?
Yeah, that Bluetooth. Hey, listen.
We need to be promoting
Blue Chew. Blue Chew.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like a chewable Viagra.
Nigga, a Bluetooth too, nigga. You know all the old heads be having the Bluetooth joined in their ears.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, they definitely be toothless up in there.
They got two kinds. They have Viagra, and they have the generic version of Viagra and the generic version.
Listen to the expert. You hear the expert?
Why you know so much about them enhancement pills? Them help
because
pills.
Ratchet has the podcast. Well, they're sponsored by Blue Chew, and they always talk about it. They was like, speaking about talking about it, my penis was so hard it banged against the door because of Blue Chew. That's how
that's funny.
Well, I mean, if they ever sponsored us, we have to actually partake to.
Yo,
we have to partake in all of our sponsorships. So
I got a new baby. There's a new baby in our family. Shout out to Duke Fontaine. I would have brought him upstairs, but he was relaxing. So
you got a new pup?
Yeah, it's a pug puppy.
Yo, I ain't wanna talk. I'm like, yo, the name of that baby is crazy.
Somebody named it Duke Fontaine.
Somebody named their baby Duke Fontaine. Yo, that's an ugly ass name for. I bet you that baby ugly as hell. And you're right, it looked like a dog. So that baby is ugly.
Duke Fontaine, yo.
What kind of dog is it though?
It's a pug.
Good luck with. Now you got another. I swear, man, y'all just run through the dogs.
Yeah, man.
Y'all be running through them dogs. You better tell Ivy to treat them right. Treat her right.
Yo, Ivy just been looking at this motherfucker like, who is this?
You?
Oh, Duke, that's a man, huh? It's not Duchess. It's Duke Fontaine. That's a man.
Duke Fontaine. Yeah, he just chilling. He all little.
Oh, it's a pup.
Yes.
You got a puppy for your birthday. Oh,
Kelly got a puppy for her birthday. It's just,
but you just got it on your birthday.
Go pick him up because he was just hit 8 weeks. So
you just picked him up on your birthday.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. I see what you did there.
Yeah,
I see how you did that.
Yeah, happy birthday to me too. Sorry, no.
There you go. There you go.
It's your responsibility.
Yeah, right. I know.
It definitely is.
Look, the dog act like he ain't want to fuck with me. I said, listen, you better get to know me.
I'm the one we take
nigga that
care
feed people in this house. Let me tell you.
Right.
You will not eat if you don't
fuck with me. Stick with me today.
These other people, they don't feed dogs.
That's funny.
Learn real quick.
This has been another random adventure of Bruising Banter podcast.
It has been.
Episode 77. But before we go, I always need to know, where can folks find you on these social medias?
You can find me in the club.
Yeah, where you can find you?
You can find Devin Aaron the Great at Instagram at Devin Aaron _the_great.
For all your beer needs, Lou Belgium, I am on them Instagrams.
And you can find me on Instagram at 302 Yoda and on Instagram and Facebook at Delaware on Grind. Holla at me.
All right. And you can find Bruising Banter Podcast at Bruising Banter Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You can listen to Bruising Banter Podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, anywhere you listen to podcasts. Make sure you rate, review, subscribe. And you can also check us out and watch us on YouTube at Bruising Banter Podcast as well. You can check me out, Rob G, on Rob_G of BBP.
Weirdo.
Until next time.
Yeah.
I was going to say have a good week, everybody, but I see a thing.
Have a good week, everyone. You took my line.
Bye.
Bye. Hi. Bye.
Did nobody even hit my bye for me? I mean, my high for me.
We did. We actually did. You weren't listening because you weren't here.
Yeah. Okay, good. Thank you.
I appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
I said hi.